Hello, my name is Roy B, man of Merlin. Today I'm going to be talking about 5 easy, simple spiritual practices that you can start today that's going to help you with your energetic journey and also help with your energy and all those associated things with spiritual awakening, I suppose. Very easy, very simple tips that don't take long to do at all. So we'll get straight into it. And always remember though to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you're always informed of when my videos go out. This is another 5 tips one, just like the last video that spoke about 5 key tips to help your mood for the day. So the first one, and this is a really powerful one for a spiritual journey, and it's a very easy one to do, and you can do it at whichever level that you do it in that start a gratitude journal. So when I started mine, I used to just do 10 a day, and that can take 10 seconds, maybe 30 actually. But yeah, and you can just include anything. It doesn't always have to be the big things. What I found was I started off with the big things, family and children and my car, or my love, having a loving relationship and all of those amazing things. And then, but 4 or 5 days in, you're starting to have to really think about, well, what is it I'm grateful for? And you start including things like spoons and knives. And if you want to generalize it in a complete umbrella and say cutlery, that's fine. But if you want to cheat a little bit, and you can, you've spoons, knives, forks, teaspoons, dessert spoons, if you really want to get that specific. Ultimately, though, it just shows you how much you actually have in your life. And the way manifestation works, when you focus on what you've already got and when you love, the universe sends you more of it. And that doesn't mean to say it's going to send you more of cutlery, of course, but when you're grateful, it just changes your energy and your vibration and your magnetism. So then you start attracting more things that you love. So, whether you're even can dial down and split down your monetary. So, I'm grateful for 5 cent coins, 1 cent coins, 10 cents, 20 cents, 50 cents, dollar coins, depending on where you are in the world, or whether it's dollars or pounds or whatever your local currency is. So, yeah. I'm just going to hit my phone bling then, turn it on silent. And so it'd be great, I'd be grateful for phone and notifications and all of those things. Yeah, so it's amazing like that. And yeah, so gratitude journal, really great thing to do. I'm just getting a bit distracted. There's a bloody leaf blower gone in the background. Oh, I'm not grateful for them. Anyway, that's number one. And this, you can even do all of these 5 as a daily routine. So the second one is tip number 2, or technique number 2, whichever way you want to prefer, is cutting your energetic cords every day. Now, this is actually something that is probably every time you have a meal, like morning, noon, and night, if you have 3 meals a day, of course. Not everybody does, but anyway, you get the point. In that, cutting your cords, which can be easily done. Personally, I always call on Archangel Michael. He's the archangel with a big sword, perfect for calling in to cut your energetic cords. I always seal the cords with love and light and send them back to their owners, or where they originated from. And the way I do it, I just imagine myself to be in a lift, because it has 6 sides, front, back, left, right, top, bottom. And I imagine those, and then I just imagine sort of like melting away, a bit like when Thanos blipped everybody, how they just melted, they just floated away in fine dust. And then I just imagine my aura to be nice and clean. And every time my mood changes, this is really key for empaths, more so. As soon as my mood changes, that there seems to be no reason for, I'll cut my cords, because it could just be that I've walked past someone who's annoyed, or which, that's got a lot of thoughts going on in their head, and I've just picked up on that energy. So I cut my cords and my energy balances again. It normally takes about 10 minutes through my observations of consistently doing it over many years. So energetic cord cutting, Brilliant spiritual practice, morning, noon, and night. As soon as you get up, just before you go to bed. Even do it when you're having a shower, wash it all off. If you're aware of what the violet flame is, call the violet flame, do that, do it that way. Whichever technique suits you best, follow that. Because if you're having to really get your mind around it and to think about it, it's you the energy of it doesn't quite work right because you're more in your head. Then so do whatever technique just flows for you. That's why I see myself in a lift with Archangel Michael and the sword, and it's just easy and it literally takes 10 seconds. So that is energetic cord cutting, a really, really key thing to keep your energy balanced and clean throughout the day. And especially if you work in a really busy office environment and you've got maybe a lot of different personalities and maybe some negative people around you, it's definitely great. And crystals are good for protection, but that's a whole different video on its own. Now, tip number 3, spiritual technique number 3, as a daily routine, is activating your aura and your energy for the day. And now, doing that each day, it just sets your energy up to be able to manifest and just feel centered and balanced. And I always start with bringing that energy down on the beginning of the day. And I sort of I always connect to the great central sun, the center of the universe. We want to connect to energy, God, ascending masters. Doesn't matter where you connect to. Again, like if you follow your method that's easier for you. So I just connect the energy down. It just comes through each one of my chakras, which I activate, cleanse, and balance. And spin those energetic balls, those chakra energies, balls of energies that sit at certain places in our energy system, and just activate them, see them really vivid and colourful and clean, and just all that yummy energy. And it just then, when I get down to almost like just below like the middle of my thighs, I then actually envisage tree trunks. It's because that keeps me grounded. As above, so below. You can't see mine; they're too big. But as above, so below. So I'm connected in the middle. So my intuition is activated, my mind is activated, my heart is activated, my gut instincts activated, and I'm grounded down onto Mother Earth. That is a key component. Because if you're just always up there, you're always too woo-woo, you're always fluffy. It's no different to being too grounded and being too in your head. Intuition needs balance. The balance of heart, mind, and soul. So having those really, really yummy energies coming down into your chakras and that activation it makes you just feel strong and energetically powerful for the day. And your aura is also your energetic protection from negative influences from others, the environment, everything that's going on. It just filters it a lot easier and a lot better. So your not cord cutting, your energetic protection for the day and your energetic setup for a spiritual being when you do those daily practices, it's absolutely key. Probably the most important one. Maybe I should have done that first or third. Anyway, I always trust things get done in the right order. So that's number 3. That's number 3, the spiritual tip for a brilliant spiritual daily routine. Now, number 4 is daily manifesting. We are magnetic beings. We are able to create our world and our environment. Our thoughts create our reality. And when we're not using that manifesting muscle, it's not as strong as it could be. I always envision that manifesting it's just like an invisible muscle in our body that the more we use, the stronger it gets. And the more we use it, we also learn intricacies and tricks, and we observe how we work with it individually. So manifesting every day and asking the universe for a gift every day is just practicing that muscle. So whether you want to ask for a free cup of coffee or a cup of coffee or a physical gift or $100, something small. I mean, you can obviously ask for big things too, house, car, relationships, if you're single, that kind of thing. They tend to take a bit more method and a bit more ritual. But just the small things and asking every day for something. And it doesn't matter whether you receive it or not. It's just that when you ask for small things, you tend to let it go easier. And what I usually, with manifesting, it is actually about letting it go. It's about surrendering it to the universe and just trusting the universe to bring it to you in the best way possible. Our human mind is very limited on how things can come to us. Our human mind will have 10 ways we can manifest a cup of coffee, whereas the universe is unlimited. And so as long as we surrender it and are just open to receiving it in the best way possible for all the highest good of all involved, because that's going to include whoever's going to provide that coffee for you as well. Anyway, that could be a whole podcast on manifesting, and then there are ones out there, and I've done some myself, which you can see. There's a playlist of manifesting and podcasts and things like that, so please check that out as well once you've finished watching this video and followed through to the 5th tip that I'll get to in a moment. And manifesting is, it's just an amazing, powerful muscle to work with, and I've used it. Most spiritual people I know tend to use it for car parks, and they're very good at manifesting a car park, but then won't use it for other things outside of that. And it's like, well, if you're really good at that one small thing, build on it. Because you can prove that you can manifest, then build on it, and grow and make that muscle super strong so you can manifest really amazing things for your life. And practice makes perfect. So the more practice you do with something, you just get more at one with it and flow with it more easier. So that's a spiritual tip number 4 for an amazing daily routine. And then finally, tip number 5, and also, please look, if you've got any other tips and tricks of what you do in your spiritual daily routine, I'd love to hear about that. So please put that in the comments and share all those. So for those that are watching, they can read the comments and find other tips. These are just my 5 that I do. There's plenty more. You could probably spend an hour in the morning doing loads and loads and loads, but I do this because it takes 10, 15 minutes at most if I just take my time. It just sets my energy day up, and then I flow with the day much, much easier. So it just makes my day a lot more flowy, which that's what you want, being an energetic spiritual being. And then finally, tip number 5, that you don't have to be an expert in this, but it does help you get better. Again, it's a practice makes perfect technique. And it's just about doing a card reading each day for yourself. Whether it's oracle card or tarot, it doesn't matter. You don't have to be a great reader. It's about the sense you get when you pull that card, and you're just pulling a card for the general energies for the day. I'll actually do that. Just bear with me a sec. I'll just pick one of my decks here. I've got this, the Sacred Animals of the Elements Oracle. This is actually a deck that I've co-created. So yes, obviously I chose that on purpose for a bit of shameless self-promotion. And it's just a case of a quick shuffle. If one jumps out, that one sort of jumped into my hand. And then the Scarab Beetle. So all decks, again, if you're not a prolific reader, or if you're not even a strong reader, but you've got a deck, and you might tell yourself that I don't know how to read tarot or oracle cards, that's okay. They all come with booklets. So just use your intuition. Just see which part of that description stands out. And that's your energies for the day. And it just gives you a bit of a heads up, because every day flows, of course. Every day is not all light, rainbows and unicorns. We have our off days. We have our challenging days. And if forewarned is forearmed. So if we know what the energies are going to be, so let's say it's going to be a positive day, then we can, walk into that day with our head held high and be ready and probably manifest better. Whereas we know it's going to be a challenging day, we're going to be, okay, right, I'm ready for this. So it's not going to come out of left field and knock you sideways where you seem a bit energetically dazed for an hour or so. You're kind of like, okay, there's challenging energies around. Might be that someone at work has challenging energies, or one of your kids, or your partner, or the societal energy might be challenging that day. And then if you're an empath or a really energetic, sensitive being, and you're feeling off, or feel like your energy being wobbled, you're already aware of it. So it doesn't wobble you as much. You just go, okay, there's something energetic going on around me that I can pick up on. And normally as well, what I tend to find is that when you're in that frame of mind, the answer to what's wobbling you turns up somehow, somewhere. You might see a post on social media about Mercury in retrograde, or big solar flare, or a disaster somewhere around the world, and then you go and you just get that sense going, okay, yeah, that feels right. That connection feels right. So in that, definitely don't be afraid to give yourself a one card reading. And even if you don't feel like that's something that is particularly something you want to do, but you have got a deck, it also practices connection with intuition. So it's an intuition practice as well as just getting that guidance on the day. So it has multiple ways of enhancing your energies moving forward. So there you go. There's 5 really easy, quick, simple, spiritual daily routine tips and tricks that take 10 minutes each day, that as you do it consistently, persistently, and persevere with it, you'll start to see some amazing benefits in your energy, in your insights, in your intuition. So remember, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. That always helps me to know what future videos to do. Like and subscribe. Share this if you've got friends that don't have a routine in place and are looking at something quick, simple and easy to do. So thank you very much. My name's Roy B. Man of Merlin. Please check out other videos as well. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye-bye.